Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proof positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Just about within shooting range. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass.
Batistuta! That's a decent clearance. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar takes control of it and he's on the move. Son Heung-min unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shevchenko. Great vision. Great ball, and he's in here. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cristiano Ronaldo. Still goalless at the moment. Son Heung-min. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Roberto Carlos. It's Son Heung-min! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Now, can they get him away? No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that's a Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Batistuta. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! About as smooth as it gets. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Portugal have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Neymar. Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's burst and the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Defending of the desperate variety. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune...
Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And it's Seedorf. That's tidy. Lovely ball and a real chance now. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Seedorf. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. He can get that clear. And here's Eto'o. Messi. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. Portugal can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Goes looking wide. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Belletti. And this is Messi. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It'll be a throw-in. Gerrard. Van Dijk.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Can he get on the end of this? And this is Eto'o. There's the shot! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! And a trademark move ends with... And time is up. Argentina have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they manage... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
Zanetti pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And it's Messi. Wriggles his way through. Now it's Neymar. And he's there to clear it. Now there's a fine ball. Chance for a shot! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, a breakthrough already. Quarter of an hour played. Rivaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Gattuso.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great ball if he can get there. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And it's Son Heung-min. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's got away. Well read, nice interception. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Son Heung-min. And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Argentina with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Look at the space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Tries to play it through. That's beautifully weighted. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Messi. Gattuso. That's a shade optimistic. Wan-Bissaka. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Argentina.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Argentina are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. Here we go again.
Argentina really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rivaldo. Son Heung-min.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Van Basten. And here's Gerrard. Now it's Son Heung-min. Argentina are still that goal to the good. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Bangladesh really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of...
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Son Heung-min is standing over this one. Son Heung-min! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Can he get it through? Turns and goes back. Azar. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Zanetti. Baresi. Gerrard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Great vision. And Eto'o! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Eto'o is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And it's Seedorf. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Gerrard simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Del Piero.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now the ball's gone astray.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
A probing pass. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Drilled in low. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. Distributed tidily. Cafu making good progress on the right-hand side. Cafu proves just a little bit too strong. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's found a way through. Ibrahimovic had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
And the shot's on here. So it is still 0-0. Neymar is somewhat... And he's decided to go for it. Pass somewhat off target. Pinches it off him.
Milan
applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. He might be in here. Cruyff! Goal! Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now it's Cruyff. Son Heung-min. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Messi was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty... of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Argentina.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So off we go once more.
Argentina can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And this is Neymar. Schneider. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Ronaldo is onto this. Chance! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Cruyff. And he was quick to react. Messi. Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Neymar. Messi. It's a good run down the right. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Son Heung-min. Messi. And here's Eto'o. Now this could be a chance. That's going to go a long way. And smartly reclaimed. Cannavaro. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And we have our very first corner. Ibrahimovic with the clearance. Under an awful lot of pressure. And it's Gattuso. Great ball, and he's in here. Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Eto'o shapes to shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This their second corner of the game. Messi goes short. Nice control. And he's gone backward here. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking. Son Heung-min. And it's Neymar. Now it's Son Heung-min.
That was lovely, that.
He's picked his way through. Son Heung-min. That's good play. It's Son Heung-min! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And there goes the final whistle. Argentina were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Argentina desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up.
Oh, they could be caught out here. It's Gerrard! And it's Son Heung-min. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, that's superb. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Son Heung-min! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we have our very first corner. Pepe with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Yamal. Now that's well seen too. Argentina have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pepe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now there's a fine ball. Now it's Messi. Oh, there's a probing ball. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's made its way to him. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Yamal. He's gone for goal! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
No, he's not getting past him there. Beckham conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Yamal. Roberto Carlos. And this is Eto'o. Beckham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Chance! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
That's a sharp pass, and that has been cut short. The final seconds now. Gerrard. Akanji. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Some first half thoughts?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Argentina, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Maldini is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Rijkaard, nice-looking ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he was quick to react. Great vision. Cleared without complication. Throw in. And it's Rijkaard. Finding their passes. Cannavaro.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Great defending, strong and determined. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
There's the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Cafu. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there.
Argentina surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Messi. Argentina still ahead by the game's only goal. Well, that has not gone well. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Searching pass he's played there.
Argentina nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Neymar, and he's searching through. Gerrard. That's an imaginative pass. And that's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
Yeah, he'll certainly... Great chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he's in on goal. Decent chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, terrible pass. And he shoots! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is...
Shot, surely! He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Now it's Eto'o. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Rijkaard. Approaching the half-hour mark. And there's a searching pass. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Looking to play him in. Vieira. Messi. Elects to cross. That's going to go a long way. Neymar. Neymar. Eto'o. Rijkaard. Pirlo. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Messi receives it in a good position. And Messi! There it is! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And we are back on the way.
Argentina really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Messi, Rummenigge. Nicely weighted ball. Pirlo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's there to belt it away. Out for a throw. And it's Pirlo. Argentina needing a change of fortune here. Son Heung-min absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Eto'o. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos proves just a little bit too strong. NEYMAR! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more... Vieira! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, there's only one team in it at the...
There's the shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Argentina have it back and can go again. And here's Eto'o. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Neymar. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Eto'o really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Roberto Carlos. Neymar. And it's Neymar. Eto'o. Neymar. Crunching tackle. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? Referee has just said play on. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Argentina desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.